Hey guys, I'm Joyce. Welcome to my video diary. Today is Saturday, January 27th, 2024. Sorry, Lacey's in my lap. She's going to help me with my video tonight. Yeah. Well, I still didn't want to turn on the overhead light, but I opened the closet door and turned on that light. So hopefully it's the picture's better than in the dark. What do I want to talk about tonight? Well, I cleaned the grinder. Yay! So yep, that's done. I just slept until I woke up this morning, and then did my usual morning, fed everybody, fed myself, loaded the dish. Let me see if I can show you Lacey. She's being so cute. Oh, I'm in danger of smashing my screen. Yeah, you can't see her. Oh well, anyway. Yeah, did my whole morning routine. And then I lay back down for, it was just a couple hours, I think. About a couple hours. Well, I don't remember the order that I did stuff in, but I did I did look at my thought download. I worked on my thought download that I talked about last night. Oh, you know what? I may not need that. Here we go. Here we go. So I added to what I read last night. I just kept working off the same one. Well, takes a while to load this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the so anyway, out of those that I read last night, I'm afraid that I am. The one that surprised me the most was not worth it. I'm afraid that I am not worth it. So I kind of dove into that a little bit, and I did create a model with it. I did not fill in the circumstance because I kind of felt like it wasn't important, and maybe that was just kind of a cop-out because I was like, well, I'm not sure what the circumstance is. Well, I'm not going to do it while I'm on screen with you, but let's just say the circumstance is that I joined Self-Coaching Scholars for the year, for 2024. My thought is I'm not worthy of my own attention. And what I feel when I think that is disdain. I just feel disdain. And I looked up disdain because I was like, well, that seems right, but I'm not exactly sure what that means. So anyway, I looked it up. The definition of disdain is lack of respect or reverence for someone or something. And yeah, that really fits. When I think I'm not worthy of my own attention, I have no respect for myself. I have disdain. And when I have disdain, when I feel disdain, thinking I'm not worthy of my own attention, I ignore my own needs and desires. I scoff at caring for myself. both physically and emotionally, mostly emotionally. I don't actually feel or acknowledge my emotions, and I keep myself busy with activity and with achieving goals. And when I'm doing all of that, ignoring my needs and desires, scoffing at caring for myself, not acknowledging my emotions, and keeping myself busy with achieving goals, then I'm ignored. I'm ignored by me. Anyway, and I thought, in order to really sink in to what that feels like, I imagined somebody outside of me telling me those things. Like, let's say someone I really admire and want to be friends with. What if they told me, "You're not worth my time. You don't matter to me. I don't love you. I can't love you. And I don't care." And that really hurts. That really hurts. I'm not sure what to do with knowing that that's part of my self-talk. I want to fix it. I want to change it right away. I don't know how I would sit with those thoughts. I don't know how I would process them. So I'm definitely taking this to my next coaching call. Because I need some help with it. Not just fixing it, but how do you even do that? How do I even address this? Because for me, emotions are sappy, I love my pets. I love them so, so much. And that is not sappy to me. I feel it so deeply. And yet, when people talk about love yourself, you should love yourself, this is just like, ew. So anyway, I need some help looking into that and addressing that. So I actually did care for myself today by doing that. By working on that thought download, by working on that model, by really picking it apart to a level that I really feel. So I'm glad I did that for myself. And anyway, now I like to think I'm a little bit further along when it comes to discussing this with a coach. So yeah, I did that today. Oh, you okay, Millie? Yeah, she's got phlegm too. And then I ordered some cat food and dog food, some canned food. And I did order those books. There are 3 of them, actually. Now, let me try to find them. I don't remember if I put it... I'm not exactly sure where I put it, so let me look. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Alright, I don't think this, I didn't realize I had this here, so. Wasting time. Alright. Maybe it is here then. No. Alright, anyway, it's not that important. And I did already delete. Okay, sorry for fussing around. You okay? So I ordered, I think was it 3 books? It was 3 books. One on raw nutrition. Actually, both of these books were on raw nutrition for dogs and cats. And the one for sure includes recipes. And the other one, I don't remember, okay? I just don't remember. Okay, so I ordered those. And I ordered dog and cat food. And the only reason I ordered the canned dog and cat food is to get me through the transition into raw. And I ordered a lot, so hopefully it will be enough. And I ordered 2 that I really don't approve of. I mean, looking at their ingredients again. But I know my cats like. And I think that's smart to have something that I know they will eat if one of these new ones that I give them, they're like, I'm not eating that. So I have something to give them. But yeah, other than those 2 recipes, I got 3 different kinds for the dogs because they've been more receptive to eating raw anyway. And there are only 2 of them. When you got 6 cats, the chances of everybody being on board with everything are not real good. So I got quite a bit more variety for them. And I did follow the cooling proteins guideline. This is something that is used in Chinese medicine, apparently. That I learned from the holistic veterinarian that I've been taking Buttons and Noel to see. Well, Buttons has only been once, but anyway. So when you've got inflammation, allergies, things like that, it's important to offer cooling proteins. It's important for them to have cooling proteins. And I don't know the whole Chinese medicine science background of it, but I know on the list is any fish counts as cooling, and I don't know if this is part of it, but it makes sense to me because fish live in cold water, or water. I suppose there are some waters fish live in that are wonderfully warm. But anyway, any fish, which is also kind of strange for me. It's a paradigm shift for me because I've been avoiding giving my cats fish because I always read that, well, fish can create addiction. Cats like it so much that, then they just won't eat anything else. I might have heard something else about fish too. Allergies, actually. I'd heard a long time ago that that a lot of cats are allergic to fish. And I figured, well, that makes sense, because how many cats do you see fishing, you know? I guess the big cats, maybe, I don't know. They tend to live in the desert, don't they? Or the Sahara, you know, the Sahara Desert. Okay, same thing. Oh, God, Lacey. Oh, she startled me. Are you okay? Yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying it. I'm gonna try it. But yeah, not just fish, but all fish are considered a cooling protein. And when my neighbor did some shopping for me, whenever it was, a couple days ago, I had him get some sardines and some tuna. I figured, well, I'll just start with that. And it was mixed reviews. So first I gave them the sardines, and I don't remember who liked what. And then the next meal I gave out tuna, also met with mixed reviews. But I saved the leftovers of both of them. And I just put them together for the next meal. And that was better received. And maybe it was because they were like, okay, this isn't totally strange now. I remember you gave this to me yesterday. Or, you know, the previous meal and the meal before that. I don't know the reason. Maybe they just liked them mixed better together. Maybe they just liked them mixed together better. There are some things that I like that way. I don't like them separate, but I do like them together. Cooling proteins. All fish. Also, beef and pork. Although, like I mentioned last night, I don't see how either of those is too terribly biologically appropriate for cats in particular, or for small dogs. I mean, both of my dogs are terriers, and Millie in particular is a ratting terrier, which means they hunt rats. And they probably, if there are rats in abundance, they probably eat a lot of rats. If they were on their own, when they were natural, right? When Millie was natural. If she had ever been natural. Okay. And rats and mice are not listed on the proteins at all. Not as cooling, not as neutral, not as warm or hot. So I'm assuming that this list comes from, well, Chinese medicine. Did Chinese medicine ever address animal medicine? I don't know. But I'm guessing this was not written for humans eating mice and rats, because we probably don't very often. I haven't heard of any cultures who have mice or rats as part of their diet, as part of their common diet, regular diet. Doesn't mean they don't exist. I know there are some who eat monkeys. Anyway, I'd be curious to know where rats and mice fall on that scale. Rabbits are considered cooling, which is excellent considering I can buy rabbits very inexpensively compared to commercial rabbits for food for dogs and cats. And I think I might have mentioned this before, or I might have been talking with somebody. The commercially prepared rabbit like Stella and Chewy's. I think I have mentioned this before. Stella and Chewy's rabbit for dogs, rabbit patties for dogs. They have rabbit and rabbit liver. And all the rest is supplements and plants. Apparently dogs do naturally eat more plants than cats. Cats will get plants from the stomach of the animals they eat. But yeah, I was really surprised. Rabbit and rabbit liver. I'm like, when I give my guys rabbit, they get the rabbit meat, they get the rabbit bones, they get the rabbit kidneys, they get the rabbit liver, the heart, and the lungs. And if it's the one guy who skins the heads for me as well, they get everything that's inside the head too. So I was really surprised to see that. And the more I saw that, I was like, you know what? I just got to do this myself. I really think I am repeating myself from a couple nights ago, so I'm going to stop. So I did that today also, after I got up from my nap. I ordered food for the transition. And I wasn't tired. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to lie down anyway, just to make sure. Just to give myself a little extra opportunity to recover and be well. And tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is my normal volunteering day. I have missed 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I was really concerned about buttons. Actually, it was before Sunday. It was like Friday, I think, that I was concerned about buttons. And I thought she might be dying, you know. She didn't look dire, but cats don't need to look dire to be dying. So I told Diane, like, I'm not coming in. I really need to stay with her, if she's dying. And at that time, I think that was our first really, really, really cold period, when it got down to 5 degrees. I know it gets colder than that in other places, but for here and for right now, anyway, it was shockingly cold. And lots of things were freezing. It wasn't safe to drive. So, I mean, she kind of wasn't expecting me to come anyway. So I missed that week, and then this past Sunday, I missed because I'm sick. Because I was sick. I was sicker. So tonight, it's supposed to get below freezing again, and it's been raining all day. So I expect the hill that goes out of the neighborhood to be iced up in the morning. Just looking at the weather forecast, I'm hoping that I can leave here at noon, which would get me there around 1:30, and assuming that the hill is melted, that it's not iced over at that point. If it is, I'm going to be walking home because my car will be in a ditch. What was I going to say? Oh, so if I do get out tomorrow, I'll get there around 1:30, but then temperatures, it's going to get up to 40, I think, 40 or 41 tomorrow by 4 o'clock, I think. 4 o'clock, I think. I don't remember. But normally I'm there for like 5 hours. I visit with the cats, you know. I'm pretty thorough with the litter boxes, and I sweep, I pick up poo that's on the floor because it happens a lot. And then there's, you know, just changing out the water. They've got large bowls of water, but, you know, water should be changed even though it's full. It gets stale, you know, it's icky. So all of that, and that's in what I call the front room. It's not the lobby, it's not the entryway, but the front room. And there are 2 enclosures up there also. Although the last time I was there, the one enclosure was empty because the cats that had been quarantining in that enclosure had been released from quarantine. So just the one enclosure with 3 cats, but it's still, you have to go in and still clean their litter boxes and change the water and sweep. So I told Diane, I said, in order to get home before everything freezes again, I'm probably just going to clean the litter boxes, clean and wash litter boxes. So no sweeping. I'm going to have to pick the poo up off the floor. I mean, I'm just going to have to do that. I'm not going to leave that. But no sweeping, no changing the water bowls. It's going to be so hard to not visit with the cats. I'm probably not going to be able to do that 100%. But I really need to get home safely too. I haven't seen them in 3 weeks. Anyway, so I do expect to go out tomorrow and volunteer. That's pretty much it. Some things that have just been on my mind, not things that I have done or plan to do, as that seems to be my way of avoiding emotion. But ideas are also, right? Anyway, some things that have been on my mind are something that comes up in the group coaching often is don't be in a hurry. And I am so in a hurry. I really am. It's like, what does she say? I can't think of it. But, you know, it's the wrong energy to do anything with, is being in a hurry. It's a scarcity mindset for time, you know, and I have a scarcity mindset around time and money. I didn't used to, which I believe supports the idea that our feelings and our actions come from our thoughts. So something about my thoughts changed. So that, you know, before I thought I've got all the time in the world, you know, and the stock market always goes up. It's going to be fine. Or I've always been able to have a job. I can get a job, no problem. I'm not going to be broke. That used to be my attitude, and I know that used to be my attitude, and now I'm just scared of all of it slipping away. You know, my inheritance, you know, gets smaller and smaller, and I feel like I have less and less time every day and overall in my life, even though I consider 54 truly midlife. The middle of my life is like I'm only halfway through, you know? And maybe not even that. Maybe not even halfway through. But yeah, my thoughts around time and money have changed. And which also means that they can change again. I can change my thoughts again. Where I was going with that was I've been thinking lately about not being in a hurry. About the possible thought that everything's happening right on time. I'm learning everything just when I need to. Things like that. And trying to just relax about it and not do nothing. It's not about not doing anything. It's not about not taking action. It's about taking action from confidence and from calm. Even if I'm determined to do something, I can be calm about it. I can have peace of mind. And I think so much better than anyway. Because if a friend of mine were going through some of the things that I get overwhelmed about, just having that distance between me and them, my life and their life, just having that distance, it would probably be all really super clear to me what I would advise that friend to do, my taxes or finances. It's like I'm so tempted to write on my calendar just finances or work on money. And that's not helpful. That's way too big. And when I did start thinking about it, I haven't written it down yet because there are a few things, a few goals that I have that I want to at least get down on paper and then choose one. Excuse me. And considering that now it's time for taxes, that's what I'm going to go with. But anyway, so yeah, when I approach it from a clear head, from peace of mind, from I know this is going to get done, it's just a matter of following the steps, just a matter of following the steps. So all I need to do is write out the steps for myself so that when it comes time to do it and I'm tempted to feel overwhelmed, all I have to do is pull out the paper and start following the steps. And that would be for taxes. Well, I need to update all my financial records. My hard drive crashed last year and I lost all my financial records. Fortunately, I can get my statements. I can get my bank statements online from the banks. I can get my credit card statements online from the credit card companies. And all of my money has gone through those things. But yeah, I need to break that down for myself too. So it's really breaking it down into the smallest pieces as possible. And even if that ends up being 5 pages, if I'm sitting down and I'm overwhelmed, it's like, okay, step 1. It doesn't matter how many pages these are. I need to start at step 1. And what do you know? Step 1 is already written out for me. This is what I do for step 1. So I've had that on my mind. And I did approach and achieve one goal last year. It was a relatively small one. But I did approach and achieve a goal last year in that manner. And it's not my idea. This is how Brooke teaches you how to get it done. how to get whatever done. Anyway, the course is how to get it done. And it works great for me. It did. It worked great for me on that one project. So that's what I intend to do with all these others. It's just that I have allowed myself to spin and overwhelm about everything and not even get to that point of the planning, the making the steps for myself. You know, I would get it in my head, okay, well, when I do my calendar, okay, this is finances in this section. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have to actually schedule the planning. I have to schedule the planning if I'm going to get the planning done. Otherwise, I'm going to start the planning and I'm going to be all antsy, like I should be working on this already. I should be doing this. I'm not getting anything done. Planning is getting things done. That's how you set yourself up to succeed, not to fail. Anyway, so that's been on my mind. And I believe Monday is my errand day. And then, Tuesday. Anyway, I have to address my calendar. I have not looked at it since I got sick. Oh, you okay? You don't want to pinch your foot, honey? Maybe you can see Lacey now. Lacey? Probably not, because she's black and it's dark in the room now. And I'm wearing gray. 2 shades of gray, not 50. Actually, 3. Anyway. So, okay, I'm going to wrap this up. That's what's been going on today in actuality and in my head. And, well, I'm tempted to say I will not talk to you tomorrow, or I may not talk to you tomorrow because I'm going to be volunteering tomorrow. But I'm coming home before the temperatures drop again. So I will be here tomorrow, and also because I said I would. Because I said I would do this every day. All right, so hope you guys are well. Talk to you later. Good night.